How's it going, everybody? It's Marshall. Thank you very much for tuning in to the show. Very special episode today. I'm going to do a comparison video with the brand new Roland SE-02, which I have right here, and the infamous MiniMoog Model D. This is the reissue version that I purchased earlier this year. Fantastic. This is just going to be for fun, so I just want to preface this up front, everybody. Roland has never said anything about the SE-02 being a direct clone of the MiniMoog Model D. I just want to put that out there. So I am just doing this for my own kicks, and I figured I'd share with everybody, anyone who's interested, to see if these two devices sound at all alike. We will find out here very shortly. This is the first comparison like this I've ever done, so if I make a mistake, please just let me know in the comments. I can rectify it. I can make an updated video, anything we need, but I'm pretty sure I'm being as objective as possible. And if I do anything wrong, just let me know in the comments. All right, so MiniMoog Model D, SE-02. Now, the setup for this is the SE-02 and the MiniMoog Model D are both being run into the same patch bay and are being sent from the patch bay into my 003 audio interface. The audio interface is then connected to my computer, which we have set up Ableton. So with Ableton, I have an individual channel set up for the SE-02 right here, pink, and the MiniMoog Model D here. I have level matched these to the best that I can because I know perceived loudness can make a difference with these types of comparisons. So I think that I've got these matched pretty close. And we are using a Max for Live oscilloscope. This is a free oscilloscope that I found that will work on Ableton 64-bit systems. The other oscilloscopes that I kind of wanted to use for this demonstration will not work on 64-bit Ableton. So unless anyone has a suggestion, please let me know in the comments again for that, of any cool free or even paid oscilloscopes that work really well and will work with 64-bit Ableton. I do not have 32-bit version of Ableton installed. I'm not going to install that for this. So we're going to use this Max for Live oscilloscope. I think it does the trick pretty good. So these two channels are being grouped together so that we can have on the group here the oscilloscope. Therefore, whichever instrument is active, we will see the waveform down here. I am just doing basic input monitoring, so not a huge deal. And real quick, I just did want to point out something that I noticed here when I was going through this earlier. If you look on the front panel of the SE-02, you can see that we have, I'm getting myself confused. Here we go. There we go. Oscillators. You can see the middle one there, right where the tip of my finger is. That is a sawtooth, supposedly, but it actually looks like a reverse sawtooth. So reverse sawtooth, from what I understand, ramps down. A conventional sawtooth, normal sawtooth ramps up. So if we look at the MiniMoog sawtooth ramping up, we see here, right where I clicked that to. That's a ramp up. Down here, we have the reverse sawtooth down there on Oscillator 3. So it looks like there's maybe a misprint on the SE-02. Because if we look at the manual, this was just really giving me a hard time because I was like, wait, is that backwards? What's going on here? But if we look at the manual for the SE-02, they're showing a triangle wave. Yeah, that looks right. Then we have like the shark tooth type wave, which is a waveform combined with a triangle and sawtooth, right? They don't call it a shark tooth, but that's kind of what we call it. And only on oscillators 1 and 2. Then we have the reverse sawtooth only on oscillator 3. Now this is just like the MiniMoog, but you can see here the waveform direction is ramping up like a regular sawtooth. And then the sawtooth they have shown as a reverse sawtooth with it ramping down. And then the pulse widths all look fine. But that's backwards from what's on the Model D. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Model D is correct. From my understanding, sawtooths ramp up, reverse sawtooths ramp down. If I am mistaken, please let me know. But one of these two synthesizers has their shit backwards. and I'm pretty sure it's the SE-02. So just that was kind of a little interesting thing I figured I'd share real quick. Let me switch, make sure we're good. So that's there. And this one is also where we need it, right? So we're going to start with the triangle, and we're just going to go through these waveforms on oscillator 1, and then we'll do some filtering. And then that'll probably be the end of it. And we'll go from there. All right, so starting off, let's do the SE-02. Oh, also we're going to trigger from the Arturia key step because it's much easier for me to jump up and down between octaves versus manually doing this kind of thing, especially on the Model D. The SE-02 does have octave up and down buttons on here. There's even like a cool thing where you can play the notes directly off of the sequencer, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to use the key step because it's easier. We will control both synths at the same time, basically muting and unmuting between the two, and we'll go from there. So starting off, SE-02. Triangle. Also, please adjust your volume accordingly. I am not responsible for damaged ears or stereo equipment. You have been warned. So again, filters all the way open, emphasis all the way down, and it's just straight oscillator goodness. So here we go with the Model D. Okay, and then we'll go like to, around middle of the road here, middle C, C4, and we'll see. So that's the SE-02, Model D, SE-02, Model D. Definitely sounds like there's more buzz in the MiniMoog, and you can kind of see in the waveform, it looks like to be more of a actual triangle. This looks like it has a little bit more of a hump to it there. A little more rounded on the tops. Pretty close though, that's not bad. So close your eyes, see which one, if you can tell. So open your eyes again. So my first one was SE-02. Second one was Model D. Let's go up an octave here, or 2 octaves. And here's the Model D. SE-02. Model D. SE-02. Pretty close. I mean, in the cans here on my head, I can't tell. And on the monitors, I might be able to, because I bet you the low ones don't sound the same. But Model D, SE-02. Man, I mean, it sounds really close, though. Okay, let's go to the next waveform, then. This is going to be our shark tooth. Okay, there we go. And again, we'll start with the SE-02. Okay, and let's go to the MiniMoog Model D. Okay. And we'll go middle of the road. Those sound pretty close as well, I think. It's SE-02, Model D, SE-02, Model D. A little different, but not too bad. You can actually see in the waveform, the SE-02 looks like it's got a little bit more of a, like a step down, or a little more flat, I guess, on the side of the shark tooth there. See how that top section here is a little shorter on the Model D versus here on the SE-02. It looks a lot longer, almost twice the length, roughly. Okay. Let's go up a couple octaves. I mean, but they sound pretty close in my ears. All right, let's go down a couple octaves. Pretty close. Okay, yeah, not bad. Next one up, let's do Sawtooth. Cowabunga. Start with the SE-02. Okay, and the MiniMoog. Let's do that one next. And just to kind of point this out here, it does look like, according to our oscilloscope, Sawtooth is ramping down, not up. And that is on both. So it looks like maybe the Model D is wrong on how those waveforms are being displayed. Yeah, weird. Pretty close. I mean, a little different, but let's go up a couple octaves. A little different, but pretty close. It's going down. That's a Model D there. Here's the SE-02. Model D. SE-02. It's hard to tell in the headphones. Okay, so next one, let's go to Square. And we'll start with the SE-02 again. Okay, pretty nice sounding Square. Let's go to the MiniMoog. Okay, hope you guys are still alive after that. And MiniMoog SE-02. Definitely sound different to me. Pretty close, but still kind of different. All right, let's go pulse width 1. Bink. And we'll start with the SE-02. All the way down, Marshall. Here you go. Okay. And MiniMoog. And C4. SE-02 there. Model D. SE-02. Model D. SE-02. Sound a little different. Let's go up a couple. Okay, let's go down a couple. Sound a little different there. Model D, SE-02, Model D, SE-02. All right. Next one is pulse width 2. There we go. Starting with the SE-02 again. Okay, and then the Model D. All right. Change that, right? Okay, just making sure, because they sound pretty different. That's the SE-02, Model D. And can I scale this down? We can see those top ends a little bit. I mean, that almost looks like a different waveform entirely. I mean, it is. That's why they sound so different. Unless I didn't change one of them. Ah! No, I got it. I did it. Man, I scared myself. They're both changed to the pulse width 2, so they're just different. Those are different waveforms. As you can totally see that on the oscilloscope here. How weird is that? All right, so there's a difference. All right, let's do some filtering. Let's put them both on the shark tooths because I think those were pretty close in terms of how they sounded on each one of these. Probably the closest between the two, in my opinion. Shark tooth and shark tooth. Now we're going to do some filter stuff. So let's start with the SE-02. And we're going to have 0 resonance, and we're just going to sweep the filter. Okay, filter cutoff. Okay, then let's do that on the MiniMoog. So amount of contour is all the way at 0 on both of these, just FYI. Resonance was at 0, or emphasis, as it's stated on these. So next test, we will adjust up our emphasis level. Let's see, this goes to 10. So let's take it up to 11. Just kidding. We'll take the emphasis up to 3 on each of these. So there it is on the SE-02. We'll go up to 3 on the Model D. Cowabunga. And let's start with the SE-02. Filter sweep with emphasis at 3. Okay, not really hearing too much of that resonance coming through. Let's check Model D here. I feel like it definitely sounds different. All right, so let's go back to the SE-02. Let's take it from 3 to 6. How about that? A little more than halfway. A little more than halfway. Let's see what we sound like there. All right. And filter. Filter sweep at 6 on emphasis on the SE-02. Okay, and the Model D will do the same. Let's turn that up to 6 on the emphasis. And just make sure I'm getting it lined up there. There we go. Definitely hearing some of that resonance come through. And we're not hearing that on the Roland yet. So let's turn it up to 10. All right. Contour 0. Emphasis to 10. All right. Be mindful of your speakers, folks. If you need to adjust them now. This is emphasis on 10. Filter sweep on the SE-02. I hear stepping. Yeah, I hear stepping in that. Well, let's see if that's on the MiniMoog. Somehow I doubt it. And we're up to 10 on the emphasis on the MiniMoog. Filter sweep. stepping. So definitely some characteristic differences in the filter, which is not to be, you know, I'm not surprised. Again, Roland never said this was an exact clone of a Model D at all. But there's definitely some differences in the filter. The emphasis doesn't seem to kick in until almost all the way there on maximum. However, let's just make sure we don't have some setting all funky on this. We can change the keyboard track settings. I don't think that's going to do anything. Contours at 0. I'm not sure what M-trig does. We're going to leave that on normal for the contour. All my attack, decay, and sustain settings are the same. Turn that release off, actually. And LFO is not going to matter. So let's see if that did anything for us on the SE-02 here. Okay, so we're still hearing the stepping. I'm wondering if the stepping is because we've got digital encoders on these. All the knobs on here output CC data, whereas on the MiniMoog, they do not. So that could be because of that, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard that on another analog synth before. That stepping characteristic is usually due to aliasing in a digital setting. Like I've got little fatty, slim fatty, and a sub 37, and I've never heard stepping on any of the filters. So that's really interesting. But yeah, let me turn this emphasis down to like 7-ish again, and let's just see if we hear any difference. That is a little different. I mean, we're a lot quieter. And I think I'm maxed on volume on that. So why is it quieter though? Let's see. So release is off. Let's turn that back on. Okay, that doesn't seem to do anything. M-trig, let's turn that off. Okay, so it's got to be our keyboard tracking. Maybe? Am I losing my mind here? Let's do the other one. Sounds the same on all of them. So there is no, this could be why we're seeing a difference, obviously, in audio levels. But I thought the MiniMoog was the same way, where there's not any gain compensation when you start introducing emphasis or resonance into the filter. You end up losing your low end, basically, and more modern synths will add additional gain boost to adjust for that, but we don't seem to have it. So let's turn our emphasis all the way down again. And that's more, I think, where we were expecting to see that, unless I hit something else somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. So the MiniMoog, let's go back over to that one. I mean, definitely some differences in the filter. That's evident by this comparison. We'll turn this down to 7. This is kind of what the SE-02 is trying to go for here. Let's go back over to the SE-02 then. Put that back on a 7. 7, baby, 7. So hard to see where these line up. There we go. I do have this in the DK01 chassis, but you won't be able to see it from the camera if I stand it up, so I'll just suffer. I mean, you can tell that it's trying to do what the MiniMoog is doing, but it's not doing it as well. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave this. So, just running through the waveforms. Again, we got a discrepancy between sawtooth and reverse sawtooth. Maybe someone can clear that up in the comments for me, because I'm already bald, but otherwise I'd pull all my freaking hair out. So it's pretty nuts. We have that obvious discrepancy in the final waveform for the pulse width, and I'm red. Wow. So white balance sucks on this camera, FYI. Apparently, if I move out of frame, it tries to recalibrate and it doesn't do it correctly. Anyway, hey, so cool. This was a fun test. We got to do some comparisons between the SE-02 and an actual MiniMoog Model D reissue. Pretty close in a lot of ways, but definitely filters not the same, really. It's similar, but not, I don't think it's really even in the ballpark. And then we've got the differences in the waveforms. We didn't check out the other two oscillators, honestly. I think that might come back and do those again. I would actually like to check the reverse sawtooths against each other and see how that looks. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, Roland never said they were cloning a Model D. So I give them a pass. It's inspired by. There's additional features on here as well that you don't have on the Model D. And I am in no way saying that the SE-02 is a piece of shit. I really love the SE-02, and it's different. It sounds a lot different in a lot of ways. You can get similar stuff to the MiniMoog, and it is analog. So thank you, Roland, for collaborating with Studio Electronics. You guys did a great job on this product. I am enjoying it thoroughly, and I intend to use it a bunch in my upcoming music projects. So again, let me know what you guys think below. If you like what I do here, please be sure to like the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel. We've been getting lots of subscribers lately, and that's been fantastic. Thank you to everyone who has been doing that. I'll be back I guess on Sunday. I do live streams on Sundays, so if you're interested in that, be sure to hit the notification bell as well so you can get those when I go live, and you can chat with me while I do stuff. All right, have a good night, folks. Bye.